Hey pals, it's Sassy Cassie, and welcome back to another reaction video of Naruto Shippuden. As always, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers and anyone watching this video. Thank you so much for watching and continuing to follow me on this crazy shinobi journey. I would also like to give a very special thank you to my patrons. Now, previously on Naruto, we kind of had a little bit of a split action here where Naruto goes one way and Gaara and the Tsuchikage go the other way, and they're facing various previous Kage, or I guess various Kage of the past, and Naruto manages to get the better of the previous Raikage, and they manage to seal him. Then Gaara is facing, I think it was one of the former Mizukage. I think, if I remember correctly. And just when they finally got through the whole illusion of the clam, the older Tsuchikage, or I guess the current Tsuchikage, but the oldest of all the Kage, gets like shot with a water gun type jutsu thing. Not sure if he's dead and or dying, but I do feel like this might be profound for Gaara because they have that whole like youngest and oldest of the Kage dynamic, and they had that whole, you know, forsake yourselves moment in the Kage summit. So I'm not really sure. This is going to be the last episode before there's another little skip in episodes because of fillers. So I'm assuming it's going to get wrapped up in this episode, but I've been wrong before. So let's just get into this episode because I have curiosities about all of this.
I told you, you fool! You're way too old for this kind of thing now.
All right, they're always making fun of him because of the back. Okay, great. So it was just sand.
You were watching over Onoki with that this entire time, weren't you? You switched him out with a sand clone when he took out the giant clam.
Again, I feel like we just have to be a little bit impressed over here with Gaara basically fighting two battles at the same time.
All right, we got him.
No, it's not working. That slime's keeping the sand from sticking together.
Not good. I'm starting to enjoy this fight.
But how are they going to seal him if he keeps... I'm not really sure. I feel like I'm misunderstanding. Is his... What kind of... I don't know. It's like becoming all liquidy. And they keep saying slime, or maybe I'm imagining slime. Okay, it is slime.
Now attach the sealing chains.
That's cool, but I feel like that's not going to work.
Good. Looks like we've got this fight won.
Nope. Okay. So I'm not misunderstanding. The slime is turning the sand all gushy, so it's not holding together, so they can't seal him. So how are they going to overwhelm him? Or not overwhelm him, but defeat him? Oh, not a face in the mist.
Could it be another genjutsu?
Genjutsu?
No, that's no genjutsu. That's the infinite explosion ninjutsu of the Mizukage. It gave my predecessor, Lord Mu, some real trouble.
Okay.
It's the steam imp.
Okay. So, because I do remember now that his predecessor was like watch your back because I'm still, and then he was covered, and it was like, ... still what? So maybe this is what they're talking about. Is it snowing? Hail?
All
Okay.
the moist air that was forced upwards by the steam explosion earlier must have been cooled in the upper atmosphere and turned into hail.
You know, I know that there are various climates throughout this world, but I'm very curious if some of them, especially those from the Sand Village, have ever even seen snow or hail before. Well, I guess that's not necessarily true. I grew up in Texas where we have lots of tornadoes and it's not necessarily cold there all the time and it hails.
Its special feature is that it can both heat up and cool down easily. When it moves around, the oil on its surface increases in temperature precipitously, which in turn causes rapid vaporization of the water inside, resulting in a steam explosion. And when the hail cools it, it shrinks back down to its original size and is ready to explode again.
So he deployed this before he was captured and it can act on its own accord? Or is he not actually sealed?
That brat Onoki, he sure knows a lot. Moo must have told him.
If it's not a Mirage Genjutsu, and he can't make himself disappear, then I should be able to sense him.
But
He's behind that rock!
Oh, damn my back!
this poor old guy. I'm not even probably nearly as close to his age, and I'm like, my back.
The more it moves around, the faster the oil heats up and vaporizes the water inside. The hail stopped too.
Interesting.
Another explosion of steam is imminent.
We've trapped the original!
Okay, so maybe it's just lovely. Cool. So it's because they didn't trap the original that he was able to. Hello.
Tiny hole.
Okay. I think I'm understanding.
I was once one of the 5 Kage, too. As long as I still have my oil, your Sanjutsu simply won't be able to touch me.
Okay, so it's not a slime, it's just oil.
What, have you decided to help the enemy?
Nope, wrong. I mean, I am a former Kage, after all. And actually, I am still helping you out. Only in a different way.
Which way is that exactly?
Yes,
If
please.
you can't beat me using all of your abilities, then you're worse off than I am, you old fool.
That's a good point. If you can't win against him, then you can't win against the final boss, which does make sense. But they're gonna figure it out, right? Obviously.
Just when I thought I'd found the golden child of the 5 Kage. Kazekage! You're just an ordinary child!
Well, not really. Oh no. I don't like when the eyes are all like they're not finished getting colored in and it looks like that. I don't know what it is about like scratchy filled in black eyes. It just makes me think it's like a horror film. Also, I forgot that Naruto was going to head over as soon as he finished.
I'm impressed. You attacked knowing you'd get hurt while protecting everyone at the same time. But if you don't stop this, the same thing will keep happening.
He's got a plan, right? Or is Naruto gonna come in and save the day?
Next round. You mistimed getting your guard up because of its sudden expansion. Another sand clone, huh? Well, that's within expectations.
Or is he leading him further away so that he can seal the Kage without him getting in the way? I'd like to think that Garner's just going to handle this by himself, but...
It stopped moving.
I assume we're going to get an explanation here in a second.
Gold?
He's shiny!
That gold dust his father left behind and do something to the imp?
There was gold dust hidden away within that sand clone from earlier. I took advantage of that thing's heat to melt and then bond the gold to it.
Oh. I was just about to wonder if we're going to get a science lesson here.
Wait a minute. I guess you really are A golden child after all.
But, okay. So they're gonna handle it, and then are they gonna catch up? Oh, no, we're gonna get to Kabuto. Fine. Whatever.
How naive of you, Onoki. You were my student. You completely missed me fragmenting.
This is violently rotating.
Okay, so it is just as we thought. He's still there.
Earth style. Weighted boulder jutsu.
I want to say that I'm disappointed. But also, how could I not be surprised when this is supposedly like the longest arc in all of history?
Don't let your guard down yet. I'm still...
But question, does Gaara still have his eye out there? And are they going to figure it out? Or what?
Guess I can't remove these tags after all. What an impressive sealing jutsu.
I was actually just going to ask that. I was like, if they just leave the bodies lying around, can they just...
Because the real body splits into two. It's fast, and he doesn't need to use hand signs, but his power is halved. It's going to take this one some time to summon that one, given his weakened state. I'll have to buy more time with another tactic then.
Of course, not these guys. We're really taking it all back. Fine, whatever. We're taking it all the way back. It's fine.
We're almost done too.
Good.
No.
But hold on, where's your enemy?
Look at that. So you really do have friends.
Huh? What is he? He's got a really weird body.
No,
It's not a body,
my jutsu.
Naruto. I'm glad to know he's still,
Well, I see that you're the smart one out of your friends.
rude. But not entirely wrong. But again, the giant was able to take the seals right off. See, he's not even worried. That worries me. Because can't they just go around and remove the seals from all the people that they've defeated previously? Or are they able, or is Itachi going to come through and, like, actually seal them?
I can walk fine on my own.
You really should just accept that you're old. There isn't any shame in
How
it.
dare you? I am the Tsuchikage, you know.
Yes, I heard you
Yeah,
say that yesterday, too.
Uh-huh.
Gara, why don't you come by and visit later, okay?
Let me go, I said. Didn't you hear me? Ah!
This way.
My back!
I want to be an old person with a lot of oomph to me as well.
And where is your original to be found right now?
Ooh, good question. Oh yeah, because he sent out multiple clones, right? So that he could hit all the battlefronts. That is a good question. Where is the original if he has clones going everywhere?
We just received orders to focus solely on the wounded that we have here already.
But they keep bringing in new casualties from the battlefront. What do we do about them?
I know, but there's no way for us to distinguish between who's an ally and who's an enemy in disguise.
But that's...
But then Naruto's gonna show up and it's gonna make their job so much easier. But the real question is it gonna be the original that's going there or not?
Please be careful, Hinata.
I will. You do the same, Neji.
It's still blurry.
Like his vision is blurry because he's overexerting himself, or there's something that he sees in the distance that's not clear, kind of blurry.
Hang in there, everyone. I'm coming.
Oh, or is the original headed to Kabuto? It's gonna end this way, right? That seems like an ending title card to me. All right, well, I feel this episode, not a lot happened. I mean, yes, a lot happened in the fact that Gaara shows like how, I don't want to say talented, but like how good he is. He is talented, but how good he is on the battlefield and how he is able to use powers and give people a run for their money. Since their time, he's like, I'm impressed, is what basically the whole thing was. And I really liked that. I like that for Gaara. I like that, you know, we see how he's not necessarily, not that he wasn't before, but that he's not necessarily just, you know, head first, steam forward. He has a very critical mind. And I loved the little like, oh, so you do have friends and you're obviously the smarter one, but you know what? You make a good dynamic. And you know what? They do make a good dynamic. As much as I love Naruto, we all know he's not the smartest. He's not the smartest. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. He's not the brightest light bulb, but it's fine. We love him anyway because he has other strengths. And he can be quite critical thinking. We have seen that he can think things through and figure out a strategy. It's just in that moment, his main focus was helping his friend. So, besides that, Kabuto having some other thing at play, what's his name, not actually being sealed, which we kind of got that because of what he said before, but I'm very curious who exactly he's trying to summon. I'm wondering if this is the person that he was trying to summon, that he showed Madara whenever Kabuto tried to convince Madara to let him on his side or whatever. And as far as where the original is, I'm curious if he's heading towards Kabuto, because theoretically, if you defeat Kabuto, he could put an end to all the zombies. Or, well, I guess and I feel as if his clones are going to all the different battlefronts because that's what they really need right now. Like, yes, it would be pertinent for him to go defeat Kabuto, but it also is pertinent to help his allies to defeat all the clones so they're not second guessing each other and attacking each other and they don't crumble from within, which is kind of, I guess, assume anyway, what Madara is hoping for. So I'm excited-ish to get into whatever is going to be happening next, but I am concerned. I hope it's going to be okay. And I'm only concerned because the next episode, I remember specifically y'all saying that I wasn't ready for this episode, and I'm scared. So, anywho, thank you all so much for watching and continuing to follow me on this crazy shinobi journey. And until next time, bye.